Hi folks, welcome back. So today we've got another request from the OG HG over on Patreon, Home Gnome. Thank you for the request. We're back with GACHARIC Spin and the song is Nanmaida. If I get this right, hopefully. Apparently he's given me a little blurb here to go on. So he says it translates as something as, Lord have mercy on me. Lord have mercy on me. He says, I had a hard time choosing as I wanted to give you some history on GACHARIC Spin and prior lineup, etc. And also to introduce some other bands. Well, there'll be time. However, this live performance came out recently and it's my favourite track on the most recent album, W, from 2023. So I decided it just couldn't wait. As with I Wish I, which I've done recently, this is the current lineup. So in addition to the members above, you have Angie and Yuri here, plus Hannah has moved to guitar. Oh, and no Fuki, of course. Okay, let me see. So, got the link open here. So, it says it's the official live video from Limit Breaker. He did send me a message here saying apparently other people that have reacted to this song, some are getting the titles wrong. What is that message? What did he say? Well, he says, by the way, a lot of reactors getting confused by the video title. Limit Breaker was the name of the big show last November. And the title is Nanmaida. Okay, there we go. So, that's it. Been loving the GACHARIC Spin videos. There's definitely a few that I've done so far now. So, you may want to have a look through the channel and see the other ones if you enjoy this. The format for this video is we're going to listen to it through uninterrupted. So that'll be a first time reaction, first time listening. And then I'll go back and maybe chat a little bit about what's going on and what my ears are hearing as we go through the song. So if you do enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. Consider supporting me on Patreon or any of the other avenues listed below in the comments section and in the description box. I.e. checking out my own music, my own covers and stuff like that. That would be great. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. So without further ado, let's get going. Go.
1, 2, 1, 2撒浪的梦代把难开的带上下不看血空难的存在下就剩下右边下那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该谁的内地比的选择与马列的不可取那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该那么该那么楽しんじゃえビースペシャルな気候で連れてきゅうラッキーなんだあれきっともシュラリティやめられない変幻自在分で無限のリピートとりゃ波乱万丈は悪性それ以来人生のためだったありきつらけのいいが何万回も何枚がどうなってもどうにかして曲できた
Careful. Jesus. I'd need to lie down after that. That was amazing. Whew. That was like 5 shots of espresso coffee. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, it's already changed videos. Let's see if we can go back. How do I go back? So initial thoughts, I don't know. Where do we start with that? My goodness. It's just like wow. Yeah, mastery on all fronts. You know, every member. Nobody phoned it in this band. Nobody just like, oh, I'll just play the root note. It's like full on. Everybody's got a real job to do. And yeah, it's full on. All having fun. Very high craft and mastery of what's going on. But I like this sort of tongue-in-cheek sense of humor. Have a bit of fun kind of thing. So it's yeah. I was in Japan in April 2023. I spent 3 weeks there with my family, my wife and my daughter, who's 4, and we had the best time ever. Like, I personally had the best time in my entire life being in Japan, and I want to go back as soon as possible. And watching this just sent me straight back as to, yeah, it's just glorious, really glorious, superb. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. There were a couple of things there that reminded me of different things in the past, some sort of music that I've listened to before. Maybe getting some of, it's possible that I'm maybe getting some of their influences, or their influences could be different from mine, of course. But those influences could be linked, if you know what I mean. So it'd be interesting, you know, in the comments if you can let me know. But certainly, I think of all of the songs I've listened to so far with GACHARIC Spin, this is the most bonkers in a good way. They're making me immediately think of bands like Mr. Bungle, Dog Fashion Disco, which are two of my favorite. Well, Dog Fashion Disco were definitely one of my favorite bands. In the sense that the genres can be changing multiple times within the song. You know, we're going into swing time jazz, into 3/4 different grooves, and then we got this really, you know, really upbeat, hardcore kind of dance rhythm, electronica kind of things. So really, you know, and tapping on the guitar, you know. I just wish that the mix was a little higher on the guitar. I could just about hear the tapping, but I guess because there's so much going on, it's a little bit difficult to discern the exact notes. Maybe it'd be clearer the second time I listened to it through. You know, it was only my first time listening, so there's a lot to take in. There really is. Even whenever you've got the visuals there, being able to watch everybody. But yeah, you know, what's even more impressive is like how complex all of that was, and yet they're still putting on a show. Do you know what I mean? I kind of think of like other bands that would come to my mind without naming them so much. That would be as ambitious as this. There's not many of them that can also perform a stage show and get your attention, visually and being involved with the crowd and stuff like that. Because usually when you're walking on a tightrope, you've got so many things. The temptation is to be, oh, I've got this to play, I've got that to play. So yeah, they certainly are big on fun factor, despite everything being very complex around them. So shall we go back and have a listen to it again and see what else jumps out to me and any other thoughts I may have had, and maybe elaborate on them as we go through this time. If you do enjoy what I'm doing and you want to help support me, Bandcamp's your best bet. Go to Bandcamp because you can buy it up for the same price of the coffee, and you're getting all my music. So thank you very much to everybody that is helping support the channel that way. It means a lot. So that's the introduction and another introduction, it sounds like. So we've got 2 intros in this. The proper, if you like, song proper, verse 1 comes in there, 28 seconds or so. So interesting 2 introductions. Quite different. Many songs have you got like a bass solo within the first 10 seconds. Amazing. I love the sort of together harmonies of the vocals, sort of punctuated by the crash stabs with the kick. Bump, bump, bump. And we get a little bit of that. Do you listen to how closely they're able to sort of designate that amongst the band? It's not even that, which is cool. It's not like they've just used that. If you listen, I could hear some guitar distantly in the right-hand side. So let me see if I can pick out some of the things that are not so obvious. Bass solo. Hear the guitar? And then you have the synths over on the left. So really everybody's playing, despite there being a bass solo. It's not really a bass solo because the other instruments have plenty going on at the same time. You kind of think of a solo being, the other things are stripped back so much you don't really notice them. The bass is prominent. It's not so much a solo, I don't think, even though you could call it a solo. If you listen to all of the other parts around it, they're actually introducing the themes, the guitar, the chugging stuff that's happening, and the guitar over on the right. The drums obviously are keeping the beat, but then the synth is bringing in this sort of stabby kind of thing, which then goes on to become prominent in the second intro. That's that tone we're getting. Great drumming. Notice that triplet motif. I heard that a couple of different times throughout the song. I think. Guitar, double. Like, that is ridiculous. That's really ridiculous. To be able to perform that high energy, everything's so tight, and then just a complete shift, not only in terms of time signature, feel, but the tempo. Nobody's even remotely slightly, It's very, very well rehearsed band here we've got. Very well rehearsed. Walking bass line, very jazzy. You know, is there a big musical theater influence? Of all the different sort of genres of music that I'm really into, musical theater is one I would say I'm a bit more lacking on, along with country. Probably my two weakest areas. Uh, I am more familiar with music theater because as a pianist, I do get some work where I would be accompanying music theater singers in their exams and things. So I would, be familiar really with the music through that as opposed to sitting watching them. But this is very theatrical. It makes me almost think of a kind of, West Side Story or or one of those other musical things, Chicago or something, Done within a rock band format instead of orchestra. Offbeat on the crash. So C minor. You've got a really like a C minor blues scale there, but you hear that they're playing off between is it the guitar and the vocals. That bluesy chorus. Now it's like punk pop with the sort of power chords, You think of all the intricate sort of stuff that's been going on now. Is that the chord sequence? Let's see. Da, da, da. Why am I not using this? I'm guessing they're are they tuned down? Because that's E flat. If you're in C minor, you're going to be using E flat, and that's E. Because I can't get down there. Boom. So I have to go up. Can't quite tell if they're in E flat tuning or not there yet. Look. Oh, nice. Come on, girls. Like, it's showing everybody up here. Little piano run. That was something. Dun, 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 dun. That's going to be haunting me all day if I can't get this. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, it's another band, it's another song, and that exact motif is used and it's repeated. Because they do it again at the very end, and I don't know. I feel like at that point I was maybe doing this. So if you see me doing that, that's what I was doing. I was like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, right, I have to move past. This is part of my diagnosis, maybe. So playing about with motifs there, where we get this sort of the guitar and the vocals sort of reflecting one another, question and answer type thing. There's quite a lot of intricate work there. Let's see if I can work this out. Hang on. Dun. that kind of motif is used. They're coming together a lot with the vocal and the guitar. Got a high gain on it. Hear it again. Triplet. Hold it. There's your topping. Quite low in the mix, so it's hard to tell. It could be there. It could be there then. Is that way still in the same key? So we've got that kind of thing, although it's difficult to tell. I can tell more by our fingers and just about the sound. One sound actually, yeah. Up higher that time. It's like a waltz.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright colored kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Of course. More going on in the lead line on the synth. Nice. Oh. That thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh yeah, it got a bit metal here, didn't it? Like the D. So, oh, the drop D is so stiff. The D is really stiff. Very metal, wasn't it? So there's definitely a drop D vibe going on there. I don't know whether they're using one of the fancy drop pedals that I've got where you can. Really cool, like, you know, instead of having to detune your guitar. Change the tone of it, you know. The pitch. So I don't know how they got that, but that's very heavy there, drop D. So let's see, let's go back to that and work that So there's your dissonance, sir, you know, your minor second and your tritone. Approximately, anyway. Right, so of course we have to talk about the drill. Now, if you've never seen somebody using a drill on an electric guitar, it's easy for me to say, then that might have been like, whoa. It didn't take me that much by surprise because, of course, I seen Paul Gilbert do that a long time ago. I would not be surprised if the guitarists here are influenced by Paul Gilbert of Mr. Big and Racer X fame. Definitely big in Japan. You know, from what I know, Paul Gilbert is fluent. He's fluent Japanese. He's fluent in Japanese, along with Marty Friedman. You know, they're big sort of American exports into Japan. You know, they're kind of guitar heroes over there. And obviously Paul Gilbert, you know, does a lot in Mr. Big, and back then in sort of like the 90s and maybe late 80s, where he was using the drill through the pickups to get that sound. And also he used to put the plectrums on the end of the drill and spin it, and then he would bring it to the guitar, so you would get that super, really fast. Imagine that with the drill bit going around, you know, ultra fast. So that was immediately what I was reminded of when I seen the drill. Although her drill looks more modern and tech. It's fancier looking. Got lights on it and stuff, hasn't it? Seen the switch over with the drill there, very sleek. Love that chord. Yes. Maybe by the time I'm editing the video, I'll get it. Oh, it's gonna drive me mad. Look at the smiles all around. It's beautiful. Superb. Superb. You know, where else do you get, what other channels do you get to watch, you know, the height of Japanese, I don't even know what you want to call that genre. You know, is there a name for this genre? Followed by a Northern Irish summing up of superb. Only here, folks. Only here. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment below. Consider supporting me on Patreon. Check out some of my own original music. I do covers, classical piano stuff, guitar covers, my own music, original music, lots of music. Yeah, there's lots of stuff on this channel. Have a look. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Take it easy and see you next time.